what I do in the book essentially is try and put the current crisis of globalization in a historical context. So thinking about the longer history of globalization to make sense of what's specific and distinctive to the problems that we're facing in the global economy at the moment. And so the argument I make essentially is that globalization is in a crisis, and that crisis is linked to the sorts of liberal policies that have been rolled out since the 1980s, and the kind of uneven effects in terms of growth and distributional benefits that those policies have had that have weakened consent in many of the Western economies for supporting the globalization project. So the financial crisis was a key turning point here in terms of undermining the globalization project. But there's also a deeper tension within the history of globalization between liberal ideas that want to integrate the world market and have a seamless movement of trade, capital, goods and people across borders, and nation states that are beholden to the interests of their citizens and that have to balance the needs of their citizens and domestic economy with the priorities of the international economy.
So let's take this to modern day, and President Trump, I think, has been a great example of whether we've got globalization that is being rejuvenated or reversed at this point, and some think he's a great globalist, just asking for better terms from trading partners. Others think the very opposite, that he is in fact destroying globalization. And sorry for turning green there, it was just my Christmas effect.
You're getting angry, were you? It was a Hulk-like.
Exactly, we can use that again. So some think he's actually reversing globalization because he's making America great, putting America first and effectively smashing global supply chains. So how do you weigh up the Trump effect on globalization? What happens next?
So I think that Trump's policies are at the moment having a damaging impact on globalization, but I don't see Trump as an anti-globalization figure. I think what he's trying to do is to reorganize the globalization project so that it's more in line with what he identifies as American national interests. And there's quite a long lineage of US presidents having done this, including Nixon in the early 1970s when he tore up Bretton Woods, and Ronald Reagan in the 1980s. So globalization has a very close relationship with the interests of the United States. And US leaders tend to only support globalization when they perceive it to be in the interests of America. So I think that Trump is taking a kind of hard-nosed, tough bargaining approach to trade deals and globalization. But I think ultimately his goal is to still further the free trade agenda, but to use a different set of more politicized and weaponized tariffs and trade bargaining tools than was previously the case in recent decades.
Stevie.
Hi, I'm Joanna Bersecci, and thank you for watching. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thank you for watching.